know where the treats at.
Is this the passing of the torch, right? Is this what this signifies?
It comes down to that front office and what they feel is most important.
The champ is here. We've touched down from a higher plane. Why you landed here?
We always look forward to that week because it was always intense.
You know that we ain't coming back. We got to.
The man, the myth, the legend, Dante Hall. My favorite player growing up was Dante Hall. I love you guys and the show, but Dante was my guy.
Get to dashing because you done on the warfare.
Chief Concerns is presented by BetOnline and Olipop. Marcus Dash here from Chief Concerns, and ladies and gentlemen, it is that time of the year. It's football season, and you know what that means? It means it's time to get in on BetOnline. BetOnline is the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for everything football. BetOnline has every stat, every matchup, and even live odds and spreads to bet on during the games. Think you know your stuff? Get in on our $200,000 mega contest and pick 5 games against the spread every week for your chance at weekly prizes and a share of $200,000. When the game's over, head on over to our online casino and get in on a game of blackjack or poker or unwind with one of our 150 slot games. Head to the website today and get in on the action. Bet online. The game starts here. Come on, baby. Go. 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 Yes. That's a first down. It's a first down. It's a first down. This football season, I'll be putting down normal sodas like Coca-Cola for Olipop. Olipop offers a healthier alternative with its low sugar content and natural ingredients. Olipop is more than just a drink. It's a wellness companion that supports your digestive health. Packed with prebiotics, this fizzy elixir helps promote good bacteria in your gut, leading to improved digestion and overall well-being. So go ahead, click the link in the description and use promo code SODALOVE and get your can of Olipop so you can enjoy the game guilt-free. Go Chiefs. Use the promo code SODALOVE for 15% off now. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Monday Morning Tight End on your Monday evening with our guy from our Chiefs tight end, Jason Dunn, who's all the way out in Kansas City right now. Last night, this guy goes to the game, drives from Kentucky to Kansas City, goes to the game, gets to the parking lot, and does a live show from the parking lot. This guy's all time over here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. Look, it was a wild time. I'm ready to head out there, man, to go check my boys out. Tonight, we're catching up with each other. So it's going to be good to see them so we can see the game. But, yeah, man, it was an amazing, amazing time. So, but, man, before all of that, man, listen, I'm going to say hi to everybody that's in here in the chat. Matthew, Andrea, Mike Brennan, Kevin Mars, Chief65, G Pick. What's going on? I'm the Brown. What's going down, man? Kevin Mars. Let me see who else we got in here. Who I can see? Richie Hall. Let me see. Nafis Foster. That's okay. That's a new one. I don't think I've heard him before. Hearts and Roses. What's going on, Hearts and Roses? Good to see you. Good to see you, Cole. Della that's in here. Hey, listen. First and foremost, before we do anything, okay, I want to make sure that we give the thing that's due for the man of the hour. Today is his birthday, my man, Marcus Dash, for each and every one of you all at your stations, wherever you're watching this. I want everybody get on your feet and sing happy birthday to my brother real quick, man, okay?
I appreciate that, brother. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
The tune's kind of coming across. I hear a little bit of it.
Huh?
I hear a little bit of the tune. I hear a little bit.
Oh, you hear a little of it? Okay. Well, we'll just do it this way. How about this? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Marcus. Happy birthday to you. Hey.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you, man. I love you, brother. I love all the love you guys are giving me in the chat, all the stuff you guys gave me on Twitter and X today. I appreciate everybody. You guys are great. We're family here on Chief Concerns, but I appreciate it, JD.
That's right. That's right. So yeah, man. Yeah, happy birthday, brother. So those things like that is more important than anything else, to celebrate another year, another day, to live life and enjoy it. But everybody else in here is just give you happy birthdays as well. So yeah, love you, man. Love you, brother. Okay. So we got to do something, man. Look, maybe we'll have to go see a Sixers game. Okay, we got to get together to go see a Sixers game. I know you a Sixers fan.
Yes, sir.
I haven't been to Philly. I don't think I've been to Philly this year. I usually get to Philly like 2 or 3 times a year. And so what we'll do, man, we'll set up a time that we go catch up, man, go check out the Sixers, get up here to Philly. You know what I mean?
We could do it. I don't know. Logistically, I don't know we could do this, but what's the famous the famous bar in Philadelphia, the famous Chiefs bar in Philadelphia?
Yeah, I don't know what it's called, but I know exactly what you're talking about. Yes.
Like Spags and Andy Reid all go there in the off season and stuff.
Oh yeah. We could do that. Hit up there and just do a nice little trip, man. Go check everything out.
There we do a Sixers game and go do a show there or something.
Yeah, I'm good with it, man. I'm good with it. Cool. So I still get a lot of love in Philly, man. I still got a lot of love in Philly. So
oh yeah,
we'll go out there, paint the town a little bit.
Right? Hey, love that. I mean, I'm sure you can show me all the nightlife you got over there in Philadelphia. Yeah. Oh, you guys are fantastic. I appreciate that, brother.
I'm around. Open up the wallet, baby. Appreciate you, brother. G Pick, another one. Happy birthday present. That's amazing. Amazing.
Very thankful for all you guys. You guys are the best, and love you guys. I appreciate all the support you guys give us on the show. Like we always say, Chief Concerns is nothing without you all. JD and I are just 2 pretty faces here, but you guys make us Chief Concerns and the community that we've really grown over the last year. I'd say we've really grown, and you guys are a big part of that. You know, I've seen some people comment say, you know, it's like there's a lot of Chiefs channels, but this just feels like more like a family vibe, which, you know, we appreciate that because you guys make it that vibe.
Yeah, no question about it. You know, and it's the reason we do it. We do it for you all, and it's good to see, because I seen people yesterday like, oh man, I'll come check you out. Like when I go, I'm looking for Chief stuff. I want to go talk to a guy that's actually been there before, who's played the game. So man, I appreciate you, man. You and Mark's doing a tremendous job on the show, man. He said, man, but you my go-to. I love checking you guys out. So it's always good to hear. It's always good to hear that. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike Bray, that's right. It's Charlie's. It's called Big Charlie's Saloon, is what it's called. Big Charlie's Saloon in Philadelphia.
Okay, Big Charlie's. Yeah.
All right. And so you got it's pretty much the Jason Dunn bar. It's a Chiefs bar in Philadelphia, so it's like the mixing of the Eagles and the Chiefs right there.
Yes.
Yeah, Andre, definitely a family vibe. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I appreciate all the love you guys have shown me, and you guys give us on a daily basis with our videos and everything we got going for y'all. Kendrick has Fishback. There he is. What's up, buddy?
Ken. It's my brother right there. What's going on, Kenny?
Appreciate you, buddy.
My brother. Good seeing you. So
obviously, guys, our Monday show, yes, it's my birthday, but yes, it's a great show, and obviously, JD is in Kansas City right now, and he's gonna meet up with some people tonight, so we're gonna kind of do more of a rapid fire, I guess, great show tonight, so JD can go enjoy and see some of the reunion that he's got going on over there in Kansas City, while he's there. So, yeah, do you want to begin, JD? You want to say anything before we get to the old grades, or do you want to dive right in?
No, man, look, it was a great time. So with you know, obviously the game coming out, a win is a win. You know, you win at all costs. And that's what it's boiled down to is, you know, you got to get the victory. And so sometimes we've been talking about this. It doesn't always look the way that we want it to look like, but the guys are getting it done. And so what I said last night is because we have the ability to go score points, you know, kind of turn it on and up tempo when we need to, we're scary on doing that offensively. I think the question begs is, hey, well, how come we're not doing this the entire game? You know, not something that's consistent. And so I always tell people this, and I'm going to keep reiterating that these things is, listen, this is not a finished product by no means whatsoever. We're still building on the things that we've been doing. So being 12-1, okay, the top team in the NFL, we got to realize that this team is right in the driver's seat of their own legacy and their own history. Really, they are. And so for them, they're just trying to chip it away at it, getting the guys in there they need to get in. And so we've seen my man Johnson came in today. We signed him, which is a good deal. We needed to get somebody like that, on the field.
Nelson.
I don't know, Johnson. I'm looking at my notes.
Oh, yes, Stevie Johnson, Stevie Nelson.
Stevie Nelson, yeah. Stevie Nelson, Stevie Johnson. But Nelson in here, man, and that, which was a huge deal for us. It was a huge deal. But he's going to be able to help out defensively. And so we see these different things, like I said, coming out, a minute ago coming back. What I did see defensively, we kind of get into that, is how we start utilizing Chanel a little bit more. And I love him, kind of moving around the defense on the defensive line, because the stand-up linebacker to come in and chasing guys down, I love that. But I think it's an aspect we're going to continue to build on. Remigio did a great job for us yesterday, which was very, very, very incredible to see. Really very inspiring. For a guy who just came out the practice squad and do what he did, no fear. He had the one that just, he just didn't even try to fair catch it. He's like, I'm gonna go ahead and go. And I'm just, sometimes you're like, no, wait, go fair. But if he gets a chance, an opportunity, he's gonna try to make something happen. And sometimes you need guys like that are hungry, that's gonna come out here and show what they can do. And so I love it. Having a 17, like you said, man, that was it. That was a market. That's what it needed to be. And so to win the game, that's what our defense needed to do. Now, obviously, we wanted to see the offense score more points, right? So that's kind of like the mystery of it, especially with the type of weapons that we had. And there was another thing that we was talking about, like running the football more. How come we not running the football more than what we did? And we had positive yards, things that we did really well. Then it seemed like we just kind of got out of that a little bit. So when we had those little lulls here and there, it's kind of a mystery. So for me, just offensive minded, seeing some of the play call and whatnot, kind of question like the tempo with like, what are we thinking scheme wise, how we're trying to attack this defense. And so we understood, man, they got a very good defense. Khalil Mack, Bud Dupree, Bosa, and those guys is going to be a challenge up front. And look, they gave it to our offensive line. They did. They gave it to our offensive line. DJ Humphries, sad to hear him kind of go down, but you could tell that noticeably he wasn't quite there what he needed to be, what we were expecting. And I think people look at, he's former Pro Bowler and came from Arizona, but we were expecting that guy. I think people were expecting that guy, and it's like, man, he's still dealing with this injury, still dealing with ACL. This is like his full first live game of doing things. And it takes some time, and it showed. But it's good to have this on his belt. Hopefully, like this little strain is nothing that is going to be, terrible and hold him off. Maybe he comes back, maybe to be able to help out. But this is what we're talking about. Wanye and those guys like that need to step up like they should. And so I think there's some things we could do offensively to help him out. And doing that, we'll just have to see. But that's all I really wanted to say. Kind of a good summary of what we were looking at yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. Andy didn't really provide much clarity on the Humphries injury. And I know, like, some people said, "Oh, he'll be back next week." It's like, well, a hamstring injury, especially for a guy who's been out for as long as he has, and coming off an ACL. And I don't know if the hamstring's on the same leg as the ACL injury that he had. Do you know if it is?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Not sure. So
I mean, hamstring naturally, your whole knee and leg gets weak on that same side of that injury. So I mean, if that is the case, hopefully it's a whole, like, just not being in shape kind of thing, because you kind of rush back. But yeah, I mean, hamstrings linger whether you're a skill player or a big guy, especially if you're a big guy. It's tough.
Yeah. Greg Rose said DJ had his first day of training last night. Yeah, training camp. This is that's how you almost had to look at it. Really, I mean, the guy hadn't really been doing too much other than rehabbing and trying to get stronger to get ready, to play this year. So that was the only thing for me was I didn't want to bring him back prematurely, and something like this happened, and man, we'll just have to see. But I've always been on the record, and I've said this. Sometimes we got to trust Wanye, but not only that, our offensive coaches got to do things to protect Wanye and the ones that they may be up front. You have to do those things. The guys did a good job, man, chipping and stuff last night, man. Derwin James, woo! Sucker right there is a baller, man. Baller. I knew it before, man, but what he did yesterday, he went around Humphreys and then came around Pacheco. I was I had to go back and over and just keep looking at it. And just seriously. Because like the relentlessness he had to get back there. It was just, these guys are just good. Guys are just good, really good. So ain't no slouches out there. Ain't no slouches. We're not playing slouches out there in the NFL. Okay. We're gonna bring the best out of people. So we just need to hold on to the ride. That's it. So hopefully he wasn't eating Cheetos on the couch. Okay. It might have been at one Cheeto, at last Cheeto that got him. Could have been it. Could have been it. You're like, yeah.
Now, one more won't hurt. Then it becomes another one.
Yeah. So yeah, man, let's go ahead and get into it then. Let's go ahead and get into it.
Let's do it. All right. So our commander-in-chief.
Commander-in-chief, Patrick, 24, 37, 210 yards, 1 TD. I think he had pockets and things where he was like really good, very decisive, did a great job commanding the offense where they wanted to go. And then there was times, obviously he wanted to try to make things happen with what it's Patrick, right? So we know anytime he has the ball in his hand, he's going to do something exciting, make things, look good. But Patrick did a decent job. He did a decent job last night. He almost had the one where it's an interception. And, obviously, it's like one of those things, like you don't want to give that up. Like, hey, we don't need to start doing this again. But I think Patrick is still trying to get on some rapport with the guys around him, right? D-Hop, Worthy, and all those guys. And it's a good thing. Who looked young last night? Travis Kelce. Kelce looked young last night to me. I know we was talking about it, but I think that little bit of rest that the guys got, man, he looked like he got his legs back. He really did. And so that's a good thing to kind of see. But for Pat, man, when I seen him doing a little bit more of the RPOs, helped out tremendously. But other than that, I think he played a pretty decent game. These guys, we know Chargers, play them twice a year. It's always going to be a hard time. We understand that. Teams know how to play Patrick. They know what to do. They know how to get after him. And they always know what Achilles' heels is. And so what is that? Bring pressure or, trying to get forward and hit home, right? Keep him like, Antonio Pierce, cage rush. What does that mean? Keep him bottled up. Don't let him use his legs against us. And when he does decide to step up, you make sure you have somebody in his face. That's what you need to do. So with that, man, Patrick, I think, did a decent job. He did a decent job. And I would even say this, man. I think he's still growing in some ways. But for what he gave, I'm gonna give Patrick a B-. Give him a B- actually.
Yeah, I mean, B minus. I mean, it's solid. I mean, yeah. And again, we're basing this on Patrick Mahomes standards, guys. I mean, it's not like, and I've seen, yes, considering how he played last time with the 13 hits that he had on him and the amount of times he was touched, he played all right. But again, this is Patrick Mahomes standards what we're looking at here, and it's a B minus. I mean, pretty much the whole season. I'll say this: it's kind of a B minus season for him as a whole, just based on what we've seen, come to know and love from Pat.
Yeah. Well, so G-Pick says no turnovers, O-line play probably caused incompletions. Said when he had lots under pressure, the final drive was clutch as well. Great as a B. Okay. The B minus to me, some of the decisions to hold the ball in his hand was a couple of sacks was on him, on Patrick. It's not getting rid of the football. So B minus, JD drove us down for the win. That's what he's supposed to do. That's what he gets paid to do. I don't expect anything less than that. So for driving it down, what else are we expecting? Every quarterback in the NFL has a ball in his hand. If you are worth your salt, that's what you should do. That's why you get paid the big bucks. And so Patrick's no different. For him to have the ball in the hand at the end, that's what we want. So, yeah, he was rushed a lot last night. He definitely was, Fish. Definitely was. But some of the decisions kind of going downfield, and this is where like the checkdowns are so critical, where you need to utilize it even more. Because when you're pushing down the field, you're looking for guys get open. Ball should be out right now to your running back or your tight end immediately. Hitch, ball. That's how it should come out. Okay, there's a clock in your head that goes off, and because Patrick does a great job, one of the best to extend the plays with his legs. Sometimes he doesn't see guys, retract what they're doing when they pass rush, and that was the game plan. Well, we can't get to him as soon as he pulls up. Retrace what when you pass rush, come back down and come hit him. And we'll get into the O-line, but they understand when they run these twists and these stunts and these pick plays. That's one of our Achilles heel. And what you try to do with that is communicate, pass guys off to your tackle, your guard, to try to keep somewhat of a wall. But they want to make sure they're going to emphasize, reiterate, to keep Patrick Mahomes in that little box, in that little cage all the time. That's it. That's what they want to be able to do. So, but yeah, for me, I mean, that's a B minus from Pat, man. B minus. At 210 yards, yeah, I'm expecting to shoot 300 and something out of Pat. So some things you got to get rid of. Some things you have to. So.
Yeah, B minus, and hopefully room for improvement with this Cleveland Browns game coming up here. This leaky defense that we're going to be previewing on Wednesday. I mean, 300 yards that should be coming in this week, hopefully.
So Albert Brown said, "I think all the hits and not fumble and all the pressure and not throwing a pick was extra credit." No, no. You don't get extra credit for doing your job. I mean, that's the way we look at it. You get extra credit for doing something more exceptional.
Yep.
I think because we've seen Patrick this year have ungodly amount of turnovers and picks, INTs he's been throwing. We need to expect more from that. I'm gonna give you credit when you bring an apple into the teacher. Okay, how about that? All right, or clean the chalkboard when you ain't supposed to. All right, that's how those things work. So, Pat, hey man, Albert Brown, that joker does his job. His extra credit is that contract he's getting. That's what he's supposed to be doing.
Yeah. No, Amda wants a little bonus paper coming in at 9:00 when you're on the clock at 9:00. He's got extra credit for coming in all the time. He wasn't there at 9:01. He was there at 9. Give him a bonus.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Hey, look. I'll be the first one. Look, everybody said JD taking it to woodshed. I'm the Brown. No, look. I'm the first one to pat a guy on his back. Okay, I'm the first one to do it. But listen, Pat is supposed to, and just like every running back, you're supposed to protect the football. You're supposed to make sure you're not throwing interceptions. There's things you're doing out there that you know you're not supposed to be giving up. Okay, so no, I get it. It's a B minus. Come on, folks. Come on. B minus is not a terrible grade by no means. By no means. So
yeah, I love B minus. I would have taken a B minus in my physics class,
all day.
chemistry class. I would take a B minus all day long in any of those classes right there.
Yeah. So,
all right. So now we get to the running back room, JD, where we got to see a little bit more of Isaiah Pacheco this week. And we talked about last night. I did like obviously I wish the running backs would have gotten more touches and more carries, really. But I did like the series by series. They were going one series, Pacheco, one series, Hunt, and then third down was every time was Pirine. But I love that every drive was going back and forth between the two guys. And that's something that we talked about a couple weeks back, a couple months ago, that Jahmyr Gibbs, David Montgomery kind of thing that we kind of had going yesterday. Obviously, we're not handing the ball off as much as they do, Detroit, but I did like that they had that going. That was cool to see.
Yeah, Pete Ryan gives us a little bit that, to me, was the reason we brought him in. That's why I was so happy to see a Pete Ryan come out there, because he is a solid blocker. That sucker came, man, lit him up. Billy was talking about he looked like a Pez dispenser when he came in and almost took his head off. And yeah, he did. And watch your neck, shorten your neck up. But he got in front of him, and that's part of doing your job. That's one of them attaboys. Okay, that's what you're supposed to do. Caught the ball at the backfield, got a first down. P. Ryan is always he's a joy to me. Okay, because he's a very shifty runner. He catches the ball at the backfield, and he can pass block. So he fits the role really well. Isaiah Pacheco coming in, getting the spark for us. Man, 14 attempts, 55 yards. I wish we had given the ball to him a little bit more. Same with Kareem Hunt, only had 5 carries for 16 yards. You know me, I'm a run the ball. That's for me. That's what you got to do. And sometimes when you start wearing down defenses, especially pass rushers, you run the football. You know what DJ Humphries looked really good at, Marcus? Run blocking. He looked really good at run blocking. That stuff was exceptional. Matter of fact, he looked like the old DJ Humphries. Okay, because in that space that you have a guy within at 1 or 2 yards that you engage with the defender immediately, you have better control of him, as opposed to out in space where you got to maneuver, move left to right, right? You got to be a little bit more athletic. And so DJ Humphries looked exceptional run blocking. Okay. That's when he looked like you could see him. He was kind of in his bag a little bit. You could see him. He was dumping on guys, pushing them over the pile. I'm like, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I love seeing. And so getting the running backs a little bit more balls. Kareem Hunt looked great, man, running the football. I mean, I don't know. Maybe we'll get there. We'll get there. Hopefully we'll get there. Okay. But a few more runs, kind of establish your pass, helps out tremendously. So we'll just have to see. But the running backs did a great job. I think they was real solid. I'm gonna give them a B. That's what they got from me.
Yeah, Pirine was awesome yesterday. I mean, even that one catch he had that looked like it was dead on arrival. I mean, he made that thing, gave us the first down there. And that was just telling, because once you got that third level, those DBs were arm tackling. You ain't arm tackling Samaje Perine, man. You got to do a whole lot more than what those two dudes were trying to do to him. But yeah, no, Perine was fantastic. And I love, in the contrast, the whole Detroit Lions thing, where they leave D-Mont or Gibbs in there all 3 downs on whatever drive they have, unless one of them is like really gassed. They leave all of them in there. They were going first and second down was Perine, first and second down was Hunt, and a third was Perine every time, which I love that, because that's his role, and he's carved out a niche for himself. He's a He's a Jerick McKinnon, but I would say more of a you could probably give it. He could tote the rock 10 to 15 times a game. Whereas McKinnon, they weren't towards the end last year. They really weren't doing that with him anymore. They were giving him like a couple touches as far as carries wise. You could, if need be, if anything ever happened to Pacheco and Hunt, you can give him the rock 15 to 20 times, and I'd be okay
absolutely.
with that.
Yeah, absolutely. Very capable runner. Where Jet is a little bit more shifty. P. Ryan is he can maneuver, get around people. He can also run over folks. That's what he has about him. He has that bowling ball type of build to him. If he need to lower a shoulder and run over somebody, he can do it. He made that very abundantly clear when he hit Justin Reed in the mouth. When we played him when he was in Cincinnati.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, okay. So those guys, man, I gave him a B.
Yeah. When it does get to the playoff time when it's cold outside and you got those three dudes you can run Hunt, Pacheco, or P run at you, it's gonna be tough, man. It's gonna be real tough.
Yeah, and it's gonna take. I like you said, that mix, different tempos of guys coming in. Pacheco, who's shiftier, fast feet, can get around you. Kareem Hunt, who's going to get the tough yards, and then you got P. Ryan, who's got a little bit of both. Could do it all, and all three of them can catch the ball out the backfield, man, to get yards for you. I think that's where they're really hard to bring down. When you get the ball to them, that's what I'm talking about, Marcus. It's the check down. Like Patrick, Pat, listen. Maybe down the field is not there. You know who you need to chuck it down to? One of these guys. Let them go get the yards for him, okay? Let them go get the yards for him. And so we just need to reiterate that, And so I know Pat's going to see it because when I'm watching the film, I'm like, okay, here's swing pass, throw it, let him get loose out there in the flat. So.
Yeah, that's a good point. All three of them are all dynamic. So it's not like, one comes in the game, we're definitely throwing the ball. It's like, no, all three of those guys can catch and run with the rock. So it's a special RB group back there.
Yeah.
It's not getting talked about enough, and also the run blocking, which we'll get to the O-line, but I just find it funny. People just want to, like for Humphreys, all I've seen online today is his pass blocking grade. I have not seen one person post his stats, his numbers on the run block. It's all, he had 44 snaps. It was this amount of pressures, this amount of sacks. Like, I want to see how he did run blocking wise. Can you show me his PFF grades for that?
Well, see, Marcus, okay, this is why I have a problem with this. I have a problem with that. All right. I really do. The man's coming off an ACL. Okay. It's coming off an ACL, which is hard to do in the National Football League against some of the best pass rushers in the business that's in the game. You're going to talk about his pass blocking ability? Come on, man. This guy hadn't had no fire in a while since last year. So why did we expect for him to come in and just all of a sudden just be this monster of a pass blocker? Like, I thought that was, unrealistic. For me, I'm like, okay, we'll have to see, right? Said this, Andy was even saying, hey, look, we're going to see who's going to start. We're going to have to find out. He wanted to get a feel exactly where he was, okay? This was a game to kind of see it. It's like, we're going to give you a tough task off the jump, off the start, okay? Probably one of the top 5 pass rusher teams in the business. As far as pure pass rushers, without a doubt, without a question, it's the Chargers. So everybody talking about his pass, come on, man. Then y'all not being real with yourself. Sorry.
Craziness.
Y'all don't understand what it takes to get back on the field after the ACL. A minute who was going to take him a year to get back. And he's out there, but he still needs to get to the point where he's going to start generating things. It's going to take time. It's going to take time, man. So that upsets me. Oh, it's pass blocking. Okay. Well, you do an ACL and they come out there and try to do it.
Yeah. And also, too, if you're going to post that stat, maybe our play caller shouldn't be calling as many pass attempts as they are. Okay. I mean, if his pass blocking, his numbers weren't that good, then why is he out there? A, and B, why are we passing as much as we are? But Yeah, it's weird. I never see the run grades anymore. I never see the run stats.
Well, and that's why I hate when sometimes we do some of these grades because nobody does encompasses everything. They just don't, you know. And I'm not to knock anything, but you know, when I'm coaching, I'm evaluating everything. A guy might think he had a great game. He may think oh man, I've been killing it. Well, shoot, there's some things you need to work on. Yeah, you got the block. Yeah, coach, I made the block. Yeah, you did, but shoot, your technique was horrible because that'll get you beat the very next week, and it get somebody hurt the very next week. So don't give me none of that. Well, coach, I made the block mess. I had to get on a guy one time, man. I remember a dude said it to me in a film one time. Man, I flipped the light on. It's like, listen, I'm gonna tell you something. And I got in his tail, then I just got on everybody. So everybody understood exactly what the standard is. All right. Yeah, you got your block, but your fundamentals of technique was flawed. It was flawed in why we did it. Okay. It's good to look at some things, right? Because some things may be unconventional. We're unconventional on maybe catching the ball and Pat is doing some things right and it's worked out well for us. Okay. But sometimes those things that's unconventional could get you in the position to lose you the game or get somebody hurt. Okay. Where all of a sudden you don't beat this guy. You know why? Because somebody's watching your film from last week, seeing it was unconventional, that you're not technically and fundamentally sound, and he's going to exploit it. So that's the coaching. That's what I'm getting into. So we understand it. All right. Let me calm down because I'm getting my coaching hat on right now, and I feel like I'm talking. Sure.
Well, it's a great show, JD. We love seeing the coaching come out, and
yeah. But I'm just saying, like, I'm just emphasizing the point that okay, sure, okay, and effort and all of that. I'm gonna give attaboys for effort and doing things, but it's still teaching moments. Still teaching moments there that we have to deal with, okay? Because we always want to be fundamentally and technical sound on doing things. We want to. Why? Because it's going to win it more than lose. When you're doing those things, you're going to be all right. You're going to be in a better position than you were than saying, well, I was able to do my thing. All right, okay. Well, that'll get somebody fired. And some coaches say, it ain't going to be me.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
GP laughing at me.
Yeah, Mike said, Rick, no one brought the teacher an apple on grade day. And Witchy Hall brought you all the apple emojis you can get right there.
Thanks, Witchy. I appreciate it. Hey man, look, I'm in my coaching mode right here. I'm calling it like I see it, man. I have to. I got to keep my skills sharp. Look at Rick. Come on, Rick. Yeah, I'm good. I don't need no apple, man. We gonna go through the grades, so you can give me a grade, the apples and stuff. That's fine. All right. We gonna go through these grades though. Okay.
So now we're gonna get to the wide receivers. Obviously, Hopkins had a touchdown yesterday. I've seen mixed on this, JD. Hopkins should have had that catch, right? He should have had that. The bomb that he threw on the sideline there. I mean, obviously, tough grade. He got nailed in that play, but I mean,
yeah, it's good. It's good. I mean, he had it.
Yeah,
and that sucker dislodged it. They get paid too, man. I'm sorry, get paid. I watched that, and when we was watching, like, ooh, he caught this one, and I'm looking at it. I'm like, man, that's a good play by the defender. It's a good play by the defensive back. Can't say nothing else about it because D Hop had it. He had it, Joker. If he didn't get hit, it was there. It was there. D Hop got hit. Walloped on that one. When he got up, I was like, oh, I hope it went like a concussion or something. He got hit. Got hit. Yeah, that was a mollywop. But D Hop, man, he got hands, man. He got great hands. He got great hands. So D Hop did a great job, man. When we do the RPOs with D Hop, with Xavier Worthy, D Hop, because of his experience, is just so crafty just to get open on corners. He's going to be able to do it every game. He could do it all the time if he wanted to, right? And so he's going to win those. Same thing with Xavier Worthy. Because of his speed, his quickness, get the ball into hands of playmakers immediately. And I remember if I sit there and said that, I was saying, get the ball in the hands of the playmakers quickly, okay, and as much as we can. That's what I wanted to do. So our wide receivers had a good game. Juju came in, caught him a ball, had two. But I mean, those guys, man, they did a decent job. Xavier Worthy 5 for 41. I love it. I love it. We're just gonna build on that. Just gonna build on it. So the wide receivers, man, I think they did a good job blocking. I think was pretty decent. So they did their job. They did their job. So I'm actually gonna give the wide receivers. I'm gonna give them a B also. Yeah, I'm gonna give them a B. Actually thought about grading them high, but I'm gonna give them a B.
There you go. Which all agrees with you there.
Yeah.
Looking at the snap counts, it's just funny because the whole 60% of snaps, and if we go to the Super Bowl, the draft pick becomes a fourth or whatever. The Titans trade. I mean that they've done a pretty masterful job of the percentages here. And I know like sometimes teams just want to win, they don't want to think about stuff. But the Chiefs very Brett Veach with his picks. Diop, since he's played with us, 32%, 60% of snaps, 65% of snaps, 47, 45. 59, and then last night, 55% of snaps last night. He had 38. So X led the receiver room with 57 snaps, which is a lot. Hopkins, 38. Watson, 35. Juju, 34 snaps.
It's a good mix right there, man. We got a good receiver group. And then we're going to get Hollywood Brown back, too. So, Cole Harmon, hopefully, how that's going to turn out. I know he's at IR, man. I don't know how that's going to look for him. But sad to say that he would, him not being out there, man, fifth for a guy. So yeah.
He adds definitely a different dimension to our offense, having him go out there.
Mm-hmm.
Again, those lulls, being able to do a quick screen, a little bubble screen to him just changes a lot of things. Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Richie says it right. Cannot wait for Hollywood. Wait till that Joker gets back. Wait till he gets back.
That's going to open up everything.
Ooh, wee. At the right time, too. At the right time. So, and that's the difference between a receiver. He didn't have an ACL. It's different. Mm-hmm. He still got his legs and speed. He can always catch. So he ain't gonna miss a beat. He ain't gonna miss a beat, man. I tell you what, he's going to be a pleasant surprise when he gets back. Seriously.
Seeing him and Rice on the sideline last night when the telecast, they showed them too. I was like, oh man, gosh, if we had both those guys and then D-Hop, could you imagine? The offensive problems we have right now would not be happening at all. Hollywood, Rice, D-Hop. I mean, I don't know if I don't know if we've gotten D-Hop if we had those other two guys, but still, there's definitely a chance that we could have that next year. But
yeah,
that's a next year. That's a more of a February, March chief concerns topic.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so now we get to our favorite room is our tight end room.
Man, our tight ends, man. I mean, what do you say? Travis Kelce 5 for 45, Noah Gray 4 for 26. How'd y'all do on the bet? I'm trying to remember what it was.
I went 3 for 5. I had Hopkins 50 yards receiving or 60 yards receiving. Yeah, he didn't get the 60 yards receiving. I had Pacheco 100 yards receiving and rushing. Didn't get that. So everything else I had the under 49 points. Noah Gray 3 catches and Xavier Worthy over 25 yards receiving. But yeah, the Hopkins caught that ball, I would have had it, but he got walloped. But yeah, Pacheco just didn't get utilization that I thought he was going to get.
Yeah. So Rick Henderson, oh my man, I wish Sky Moore would come back. LOL. Is that right? He might be back. Could be. Anyway, going back to the tight ends, man. Yeah, they did a phenomenal job. Baylor Cup. Little tough for him. In a number of ways. Blocking, catching football, a little tough for him. Tough outing. there was like Tony. I know, Rick. He had to. But I think other than that, man, the guys did a good job. You know, Noah and Travis is solid as ever. Like I said, Travis looked really good last night, just running, catching, and making guys miss. So anytime we have a Travis Kelce like that, I mean, anything can happen, man. Anything. So my guys that I like, my tight ends. Yeah. Because of Baylor Cups and his play, I'm gonna give my guys, man. I'm gonna give them a B.
Well, I got to ask you then, since we're talking about Cup, how did he compare to Anthony Ferkser last week? It seems like they're kind of having a revolving door that third tight end spot. Ferkser played last week, then he was gone, and they went with Cup. I mean, how did he compare to Ferkser last week, or is it pretty much about the same to you?
No, I don't think it was the same at all.
Oh, really? You think it was big drop off?
Yeah.
Okay.
I expect a little bit more out of Baylor, to be honest with you. Yep.
We might be looking at a new tight end this week. I mean, if they're going to go back and forth, they went from Ferkser to him, they might look for another guy now. Maybe Matt Bushman. They come back, the old BYU guy that we had for a little bit, the redhead.
Be good. I think Bushman can do a good job.
He was solid.
Got to get open, catch the ball, man. He can do all those things. We need a blocker. You need a guy that can block, though. Marcus.
Do those even exist anymore? I mean, like, it's just.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's what needs. We need a blocking tight end. Okay, a more of a blocker that can catch the football. We need a guy like that. Okay, we need a guy like that.
I mean, Dan, that's the question right now. How many plays you got left, JD?
Oh, shoot.
Because those don't exist, man.
No, they don't. So, hey, you give me a good contract, I have a whole lot of plays in me. Be like the DJ Humphrey, put out my knee pads and stuff on. Listen, look, I'll open some holes up for you. I'll open some. Don't ask me to run down that field, though. Don't have me stretch the field. But as far as like, hey, get to 2 yards, I'm your guy.
So Ferkser had 7 snaps last week, and then Cup had 6 snaps last night. So I mean, realistically, if you were like going a program and get in shape for the next 3 to 4 weeks, like could you go into do 6 snaps in an NFL game? I mean, like I'm curious what your thoughts would be on that. Like 6 snaps, could you do 6 snaps?
I don't even know. The 2 or 3 weeks, I'm not even sure. I'd be like DJ Humphrey. I told you, you're going to have to bring the oxygen, you're going to have to bring the stretcher, you're going to have to bring everything out after the 6. Okay? Just go out home, just get the ambulance ready. Just put me out there like, gave it his all. Now, I could do 6. Like blocking, that shouldn't be too hard. But I'm nah, man, that's a young man's game. I ain't even going to talk about me being out on the field. Shoot, forget that. Sir. Look, my boy Flynn, hey, don't do it, Dunn. No, sir. Hey, you already know. No. They said, unless you be pouring me out the field, bring the cart on.
I'll tell you what, if they continue this whole revolving door, that tight end spot going from Ferkser to Cup, I'll tell you what, if Andy sees you around that facility, he might ask you about doing 5 or 6 snaps.
Yeah, we be joking, and like Richie Hall says, the mind is willing, the body's betraying you. The mind is willing. We was talking about this last night, Marcus. Talking about that. Talking about DJ Humphrey. I said, look, the mind says you can. The body is telling you, you better not try it. Okay? That's what our mind says. My mind says we want to do a lot of different things. Body says, we need to think about this a little bit more. So, yeah, six plays though. Yeah. I can do 6 plays. Even if my body wasn't willing, I'd give 6 plays out there. I don't know what the result would be.
But the problem would be in that situation. Let's say this is a real hypothetical we're talking about here. Problem would be you'd be down for 6 to 10 plays, right? As a max 10. But like, let's say if God forbid anything happened to Gray or Kelce, it's like, hey JD, we need like 20, 30 plays out. You'd say, okay, well, That's why I draw the line here, guys. I only sign a contract like 10 plays max.
They start looking around for a tight end. I'd be like this too, looking for a tight end too. I'm like, who's gonna go in there?
Greg
You know who
Rose
they
says,
should put out? You know who they should put out there? Chanel.
ooh. I mean, they use him as like a gator back sometimes.
Mm-hmm. I would.
Yeah.
If he wasn't a starter, I put him out there to block, blow some people up.
That's probably if they had to do an emergency one, they probably would do that if like something happened to I mean, if they want to end this whole Cup Firkser experiment, they could just go full time with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Greg Rose says like Marino Emmitt Smith in the unretirement commercial.
Yeah, exactly. It's a good one. Exactly. Exactly right, Greg. For sure. For sure.
All right, JD. Now we're gonna get to our the hottest topic. I mean, who would have thought the O-line would be the hottest topic in 2024? But the O-line is a hot topic, JD. So, how do you have the grades for this one?
O-line, man, is blocking. Its inconsistency that I see kind of across the board. To be honest with you, I'm not going to pull any punches with this. But they got a good defense. Defensive line. We know that. So it's always a good measure of where you're at, especially against a defense like this, especially as front seven. And in the run game, we were putting our hands and hats on people and just trying to open up holes, man. There's just some big guys up front, man, that just made sure we wanted to stuff it. And I think they were actually kind of the linebackers and whatnot. They brought Derwin James. He does a good job coming down into the box, making plays. I mean, that's their scheme. And so that's why you weren't really going to see a whole lot of like long runs with the running back as much, because they made sure that was going to be one thing they emphasized is stop the run with those guys, right? They got Pacheco, they got Kareem Hunt. Yeah, they would run the football. Of course, I would as a defense coordinator. They're going to run with these two guys in here, okay? And so they expected it. But O-line did a decent job. There was times I seen some of us get thrown out the club. I think DJ Humphrey did a good job in the run game, actually. Did a really good job. And so I think that's where he was more comfortable as I was expect, especially with the ACL, right? It's a little bit different than being out there on space on an island trying to stop a guy who's trying to kill your quarterback. He's doing everything possible to do it. And so retreating and try to block is always a hard thing to do. It's one of the toughest things out on the football field to achieve. So other than that, man, I think we could always be better. Could always be better. But I think it was unfair to think that DJ Humphrey was going to come out there and look like DJ Humphreys from 2021. And I get people were expecting better from like what we've seen this past year in guys. And he looked good. He looked stout, those things like that. But visibly, you could see because his knee is not all the way well, and he's got that big old look. You see the right there on his knee brace, kind of restricted, and that's the leg that he needs to go. He's pushing off. He's got a plant to post. It's going to be tough for him. I thought he did a decent job until he didn't. He kind of got hurt, and so and I look. I didn't come in there with no rose-colored glasses on. I was going in realistic to think it's going to be a tough task for him. It's going to be a tough task. And even if a guy was healthy, it was going to be a tough task. So, you know what? I commend him for doing what he did. Let me put it that way. Okay? Because I knew it took a lot of heart and guts and stuff like that to try to achieve this against this defense. Okay? But he threw everything he had at it. He threw everything he had at it. His run blocking was better than his pass blocking for sure. So I just gave the whole offensive line. I gave him a C+. I just gave him a C+. So
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if the hamstring injury was the left one. Was it the left one? If the knee brace if that's the one where they had the knee injury, then I feel like it was because he kneeled down on his right one, and he was yeah. So it might be the same one. If that's so, that makes sense because the whole weakening of the entire leg with an injury like that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we're seeing some stuff here about the defense. So we're gonna get to the defense side of the ball. Do you want to answer any of these questions about the tackle spot, JD, or are you good to go move on to the defense?
What questions?
Not questions. The comments here. So you got left tackle was a huge.
That's very good. That's very well said. The left tackle was a huge upgrade, but not nearly where they want it to be. Yeah. I don't know if it was a huge upgrade. It was definitely an upgrade from what we saw. So, and that's just so everything relative to like where he is physically. So,
With the hamstring strain, JD, where do you see that? Could that be a week? I mean, how long would you say? Have you ever dealt with a hamstring strain?
I have, yeah. Who knows? You never know. Depends on how bad it is. That's the thing about it. Is it just a tweak, or is it something like it's going to require a lot more time? What sets him back even more from getting that knee healthy? That's the question. So, and that's how it is, Marcus. Because when you have an injury, and y'all probably know this, but you try to compensate on other parts of your body, right? And you start losing maybe a little bit of muscle. You're trying to get the strength and everything else around it. So that's the thing. So Juju missed 3 or 4 games because yep, he did.
Yeah. And Worthy missed pretty much all of rookie and OTA camp because of his hamstring too.
Mm-hmm.
And give him credit too. Most durable receiver we have. He's played through everything. And everyone was scared about his durability in the offseason. So kudos to Xavier Worthy, man.
The only difference is because those guys need their legs to run. Humphreys could stay within the frame. If it's not too bad, you can wrap it up. I'm the Brown. You really can to kind of tighten up as much as possible. So it just depends on what leg and how severe it is. Okay. Sometimes linemen do come back hamstring faster than a guy that really needs it. They're not trying to catch a 9 route or go route, okay, or post. Wide receivers definitely are. So that's the only difference.
Yeah, that makes sense. The utilization of the leg.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so now we're going to the defensive side of the ball. So we got our defensive line, JD.
Defensive line was somewhat solid. Still needed to see a little bit more pressure from them. Didn't get as much pressure as I thought as I thought they would. So yeah. But they were solid against the run. I thought they were solid against the run. But same thing, what I'm expecting some other guys to step up. Need to see it. Just need to see it. Need to see it a little bit more from Karlaftis. Mike's going to try his hardest. We got to see some more guys, man. Get some more pressure. Charles came in and helps out tremendously. They're going to try to double team him. But pure pass rush. How many did Uche have any? I was sitting there.
Uche was inactive.
Come on, man. What we doing? What we doing?
Stupid.
I was just expecting you have a pure pass rusher that on those downs when you need him to go get the guy, he's the one you need to put in. Especially if you know it's not going to be a run play. Put Uche out there. Put him out there. You can run twists. You can do all different things with Uche. Okay? You can. I just expected a little bit more. He was inactive, and I'm just like, man, what?
In your experience, when fans see a healthy scratch, all that means he's in the doghouse. What does that mean to you in your experience, JD, when a guy's a healthy scratch? Especially when he was a big midseason acquisition for us.
You know what, man? It's surprising to the guy. I've seen that happen. It's surprising to a guy. Say what? Like before the air, you an active this week, huh? And so, oh man, I don't know. They'll figure it out. I'm saying that they'll figure it out. So, with that being said, I gave the D line a C plus. I think they did a decent job, like I said, against the run. Need more pressures from the pass standpoint. Uh, Outside guys, man, we need to see more. I love how Chanel was being used. I think Chanel needs to be that guy, okay, that let him stand up and rush. Let him stand up from out there and rush. He was inside. Let him go rush from the inside. Like you could utilize him in a lot of different ways. He's strong. He's big. He's fast. Use him. Use him. DJ and Uche brought in and gone with little to show for it. Yeah.
Uche 10 snaps less this week than he had last week, which is a big shock. You would think it'd be tearing up and not going backwards. 34 last week, 24 this week. I thought that's kind of surprising.
Yep. Was Charles a minute on a pitch count? It was times, but I didn't see him. I think so. You know, we got to realize that we have to. You have to manage that and maintain where you don't have him get any type of setback either. Okay, he's still getting stronger. He's still trying to get to that point, and he might be a different guy. 2 weeks from now. Okay, better. If we just keep giving him more, keep getting more. So he's ahead of the game where he's supposed to be getting in. He's ahead of it. So that's the thing.
Yeah.
On the Rams, so the line had pressures. They just missed or were a split second too late.
I feel like that's been a story all season. Like Karlaftis is almost there, but he doesn't finish.
Yeah. It's like when you see the other team do it, you wonder like, hey man, what's going on?
Yeah, where's our juice? Where's our extra finish at the end?
Mm-hmm. So that's all I'm saying.
Looking at defensive ends, Karlaftis 51 snaps, Mike Dana 38 snaps, FAU 12 snaps, Omenahu 24 snaps.
Go back through that again.
Karlaftis 51 snaps, Mike Dana 38 snaps, FAU 12 snaps, Omenahu 24 snaps, which is 10 snaps less than he had last week.
Yeah. I think that's what they're trying to manage him, which I understood. When I was watching it, I understood kind of. I understand that. Shoot.
Yeah. And also, too, I guess we talked about this guy since we're talking about D-line. Wharton, we kind of said he's kind of disappeared a little bit over the last few weeks. Came to play a little bit last night. He should show some juice.
Yeah. Want to look good. And I mean, he might have benefited just like Travis Kelce did off that little break.
Yeah.
So
for sure. I was mad at the defense. It's Justin Hutchins. I was mad at the defense last night. Gave up 17 points in the third quarter. Yeah. All of us, brother. That was all of us, my man.
Didn't look good at all.
All right. So now we get to the linebackers, JD. We got Dane talking about Leo Chanel in there. JD, how'd you feel about the linebacker play last night?
I thought they played, somewhat average. Some really good spots that I saw. Like I said, Chanel playing on right there on the line of scrimmage, man, looked good. Yeah, I seen that one, the suplex running back. I was like, ugh, that's nasty. And so, like, things like that, I was just like, yeah, I like that. I definitely like that. Yeah. Tranquil, Didn't see too much of him do too many things. Bolton was okay. He was all right. Had some good plays. Um, I know the one that was a terrible call, where he hit Quentin Johnson. I thought it was terrible. He hit him right with
Horrible.
his shoulder. It was the violence of where he hit him is why he got the call. That's what it was. That's what it was. Uh, I thought the linebackers. I thought they were just okay last night. Nothing spectacular. Chanel did a decent job. So actually gave them a C plus as well.
How much of this was second half versus first half? Like, was it kind of similar play throughout the game, or was it significantly worse in the second half? Just based on, I'm just asking, just based on how we kind of let them get away with
Well,
some points in the second half.
so I'm watching the coverage what they were running. Okay, and I was trying to look at. Okay, we're in zone where everybody's supposed to be. It was times where we had looked like it was Tampa two cover two, right? It means the middle linebacker carries the guy down the field. Okay, certain point. That's what it looked like. But I know we do a lot of disguise, and I know we had the one high safety, but it looked like we was running combination coverage. So I'm like, is somebody not doing a job on the other side? What's going on? How? So some of the coverages when I was looking at them, it was hard to tell who was out of place at times, and if people just didn't know where they needed to be. Okay, that goes into the secondary more, but also the linebackers are part of this as well. So I don't know if it got worse. I think for real, to be honest with you, them jokers start making adjustments. That's what they did. And I said that. I said, man, you know what they're gonna do? And I said this before. I said the tight end in any offense, they're sitting there saying, you're gonna have a good game this week because we're gonna feed you the ball. What we're gonna do. Right? What they chose to do. So
Yeah, Disley's backup came in and tore us up. He exceeded what he had in the season, and when came in for Disley.
best game ever.
Crazy.
Yep. Okay. All right.
All right, so now we go DBs. All right, JD, what you got?
Joshua Williams looked solid to me last night. He looked solid. Um, and that's what I was kind of looking for. I was looking for him to play solid. But Duffy was solid for the most part. Times looked like he got beat. Like, dang God, what's up with this? Uh, mm. Yeah, they didn't have Vlad McConkey out there. I wonder what it would have happened if they had him out there. What it would have looked like. And I was sitting there wondering, like, geez. Look, Palmer, that sucker looked like he was daggone Allen up there in Chicago. It looked like we played him like, dang, Palmer he ain't did nothing all year, really. That sucker, now all of a sudden, he looked like a different guy. Got open a couple of times. Like, what's going on? What are we running? Who said those young guys look sort of lost on the back end? Yeah. Yes, they did. And so I know they was trying to run a little combination. I don't know if it's the Marcus communication, what it is happening, but we got to get this thing fixed. You got to get someone on the same page. And right now, we're just not there. At back end, like you were saying, it looks a little shaky to me. little shaky. Nelson come back is going to be able to help a lot. But Josh Williams looked good. Thought he did a decent job. So I'm going to give those guys a C.
C?
Yeah.
That works for me. I think everyone in the group would may even go less than that, but
I was going to go less than that, but I was going to say a C minus. Oh, man. I hate, man. I think we just lost. I think we just don't know what's going on. We're not just communicating. I just doesn't make any sense to me what it is. And I know it's frustrating I am. I know Spags is more frustrated with this. So, you know, he had Hicks back there. I'm just like, maybe it's the reason he hadn't been getting the playing time.
So I've noticed, I think I saw someone tweeted about it yesterday. If you look at the last two games, you're starting to see a little decline or decrease in Brian Cook's snaps and edging more towards Jaden Hicks getting more snaps. So there could be something brewing back there with the yeah.
Could be. No.
Yeah. All right. But Steven Nelson, veteran voice. Hopefully that pays off in the back end. You need a veteran voice, as you mentioned on the post-game show last night. You had Mike Edwards, you had Deion Bush, and you don't have any of those guys back there this year. And no Snead, obviously.
Yeah.
All right, JD. Special teams, again, is becoming the clutchest. The kicking group is becoming the clutchest for us at the end of these games. I mean, I think with the only team in NFL history to have 3 different kickers kick game-winning field goals for us as the time expires in a season.
Special teams, man, did a great job all game. Wright coming in and at the right time doing what he did. Game winner. Congratulations. Hats off to him. Ariza kicking it, putting it down there. The guys covering it on the 1-yard line. I'm watching Ariza wear the sleeve on his arm. I'm just like laugh. It's like it's serious, man. It's like he's out there. He's trying to run through somebody's chest. You know? I love it. We had a good return, but Remigio did a great job. I think our special teams look probably the best it's probably looked this entire year, like all 3 phases. Now, I'm obviously, Wright just kicking it. The significance of it, the impact, obviously, right? I'm not going to say he's better than Buckner because that'd be crazy to say something like that. But for what these guys have, man, they did a good job, man. Did a great job. So with that being said, the doink, or whatever you want to say, whatever you want to call it, the returns on Remigio, I'm actually going to give our special team, I'm going to give them suckers an A, man.
Whoa, that's high praise from you.
Hey, they're doing everything they're supposed to do and more.
Is that your first A of the year for these special teams? I believe so, right?
It absolutely is. I think so. I think it absolutely is.
Wow. Yeah.
And we needed to see the return. Remigio brought a juice to it that was good to see. He don't wait around. He's going. He catches it and he's going. I love that. I love that he doesn't hesitate. They look like they kind of blocked for him. Did a good job. Going down Nazi, our guy getting it down on the 1-yard line. Yeah. Special teams got us field position all night. That helped seal the win for us. Put it that way. And that's exactly what special teams is supposed to do. They're the ones, if anything, they're the heroes last night for me. They're the heroes.
Big time. Big time. Yeah. You saw Remigio, like he wanted it. He was juiced up. He wanted to touch that ball. He wanted to make a play happen. You got to love that.
Yeah. So.
All right. So now we get to the final 3 here, JD. Quickly, we got our coaching grades.
So quickly, man, I'm just, for the tempo of things, we just need to get better. Like I said, these guys right here gonna figure it out. They got a plan on what they want to do and how they want to see it, how they want everything to go. And I had to say they're just building this up to get to where they want to get to. That's all I'm gonna say. So I'm gonna give Reed and Nagy. I'm gonna give them a C plus.
Yeah. Right there with you. Not we're like broken records in the show. It's run more, please. It's every week. So yeah. All right,
Yeah.
Spags, baby.
Spags, same thing. I know he's frustrated. He's putting guys in position to make plays. All he need to do is communicate and then come up. With that being said, I like that he tried to use Chanel a little bit different. They did a decent job as far as calling it. Guys just got to make plays. I think that's what it boils down to. I don't think it was him putting any holes in it, but he's trusting guys to do their job. So I'm actually gonna give Spags, man. I'm gonna give him B minus. Give Spags a B minus. Okay. So
yeah. I mean, because you're seeing different things he's trying to do out there. He's trying to work it in different ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All guys need to do is execute.
Yeah.
That's what they need to do.
That's what Anthony Solis says here. I don't necessarily think it's our problems, our play calling as much as execution. It's execution.
Absolutely. 1,000%.
All right. Then finally, the last grade, then we done for the night. Dave Tope, JD.
Tope. My guy. Happy as he should be. Did a great job. Those guys do everything he's asking them to do, and they delivered. They delivered for him. So I'm gonna give Tobe B plus. That's what Tobe got from me.
Special teams got an A, but Dave Tope got a B plus. Okay.
Yeah, because they went above and beyond. I know Tobe would think like, man, they gonna have him game winner. Tobe was sitting there thinking, let's concentrate, let's focus. That's all you have to do. Yeah.
Credit to Tope too. I mean, having three different kickers. I mean, it's not easy by any means, but having three different kickers in the season, and like I said, that stat's wild. The three different kickers hit a game winner in a game last season.
Yeah,
nuts.
Andre said an A. G pick first half was an A. Yeah, first half, Andre. Yeah. So, yeah.
But all right, guys. Well, that does it for us on this Monday morning tight end show. On your Monday evening, I know JD's gonna go link up with some of the guys out there in Kansas City. But I love everyone coming on here tonight on this Monday evening. I appreciate all the birthday wishes and all the contributions that you guys gave. And please get your reviews in, guys, because we got and I think whoever Hamboy25 is, please let me know who you are, because you're the only person who has not given me your address so I can send out the giveaways. But guys, get your reviews in so you guys can be part of the giveaways. We're inching closer to the holidays, guys. So let's get these reviews in to be a part of the giveaways on Wednesday.
Absolutely. Thank you. I'm the Brown. I'm gonna have a good time. Let's go see my boys, man. Stayed here a little bit longer than what I expected, but I start getting into it as side is. But listen, love you guys. Mike Brennan, Kevin Mars, Sasha, Dane, Andrea, Sasha, I'm the Brown, Anthony Solis, Greg Rose, G Pick, Sasha Witchy Hall, who About Time. I seen About Time on here. Hope you're doing well. Dane, Justice Hutchins, who else did I see? There was Rick Henderson. Rick was out there hollering at me. Listen, you guys, hey, enjoy your night. We'll see y'all on Wednesday. Barbershop is out there too. Good seeing you as well, talking to y'all. Thank you. Fish, my brother, Kendrick Fishback. Love you, Fish. We'll talk to you. Lonnie Pyramid on there as well. Who else is out here? Gina Chiefs. Good seeing you as well. Double A, Hearts and Roses. If you're still on here, good seeing you. Matthew. Appreciate Andre Brown and G Pick, man, for the donations for Neff. Word, Neff. What's going down, Neff? How you doing? Love you, Neff. Be hollering at you. Chief of 65 is on here as well. Hey, Neff, it's Marcus's birthday. It's Marcus's birthday. You don't know if you're just getting on here, but I sure will. Marcus, man, happy birthday again, my brother. Okay?
Appreciate you, man.
Joyous day. Go get you something, man. We got to do something for your birthday, celebrate it somehow, some way. Okay. But other than that, everybody, y'all take care of each other. Take care of yourselves. God bless you and all of your families. We'll see y'all later. We'll see y'all on Wednesday. Marcus, happy birthday again. Love you, Chief Concerns family. Y'all be well. Be well. We'll see y'all on Wednesday.
That's it. Love you, JD. Enjoy your time. And like Chad said, be safe out there.
Appreciate it. I will. Definitely.
All right. Take it easy, everybody. Love y'all.
Love y'all. We'll see y'all.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out the best clips from Chief Concerns. And if you prefer to listen to the show, subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you get your podcasts.